Hi crafty friends, it's Lori with a craft party. Wanted to finish up this junk journal cover today. I've got things laid out here that I've already kind of measured a little bit to make it a little bit easier. It turned out really good. It's ready to go. I wanted the junk journal to be kind of lacy, so the first thing I want to do is, I cut them already, is put this lace down. Like this. And I'm going to have to glue it with the fabri-tac. So we'll go ahead and do that. I really like the way this is turning out today. The glue, we put just enough glue on it. It kind of is shiny, so you want to keep that in mind when you're using it for material, that if you don't want it shiny, you don't want it very thick. So it's got to be a perfect balance. And I'm using my spatula because I want to get it kind of even. And I don't want there to be a whole lot of it showing because of the fact that this is lace. I'm going to go this way with it because it's kind of curving. Just about getting it at the exact right spot. And then pulling the wrinkles out. Okay, that's looking good. Then we'll do this side. And I am using fabri-tac. It works good for fabric to fabric. And I'm just squeezing it out randomly. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're doing good. We had company yesterday. They brought chicken, and we had chicken and vegetables and had a good time visiting. Okay, then we want to put this down the same way we did the other one. Hope I want to go this way with it because of the way it's kind of curved. And pull it up some. It's just about getting it in the right exact position, and it just takes a little bit, but it works. I do want a little bit of overhang on that lace, so there we go. We need to put a little more glue here, it looks like. And that'll also help the spine. Give it more strength. And now, I've never done this part before as far as using the big bite chomper, my chomper, to make a hole while the glue's still wet. So hopefully this works. I went ahead and I put dots. I can barely see them, so I don't know if you'll see them in the camera or not, but I already put dots down at approximately 1/4 and 3/4 for my elastic. Let's see. Sorry if that shook the camera. Okay, took out 2 good chunks. Oops. I'm going to do it again. Lining it up. Man, it takes a lot of strength to get it through that book binding. There we go. So I've got 4 holes. I can put this off to the side again. And I've got my elastic, and I want to put it through. And I am just going to measure 2 times, even though I know I'm not going to need that much. I'd rather have it be too big to start out with, so I have plenty to work with. Okay, turn it over. And you want to give it a good tug. You want to make sure that it snaps when you pull on it. It wants to slide out of your hands. And then you want to give it a good knot. And I'm going to do another one just for the sake of having a good tight hold on it. Cut them off. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing with the other one. It just takes a little finagling to get it. Make sure I got that tight enough. Yeah. Okay. Do another one for good measure. Okay. And cut that off. And the reason why I did the elastic before the front cover is because I want to cover that up. I don't want to see the elastic on the outside. I only want to be able to see it on the inside. So we'll turn this over and looking to see which side I want to be the top and which one I want to be the bottom. I suppose it doesn't matter, so we'll go like this. This will be the top. And the reason why it matters which one's going to be the top is because I want this line of fabric to be at the top. And we're going to do it the same exact way we did the other side. So I'm going to now I need to make sure I don't cut the material underneath. These scissors need sharpened again. That's the nice thing about these scissors. But I did get a pair of Tim Holtz scissors, and I really like them. Okay, we're going to glue again. And I want to get it down in there. So I have to be real gentle with the lace, but still apply enough pressure that we get it down in those creases of the book binding. Okay, we need some more glue down here. Okay, just pull this down. All right, we've got that. Now we're going to turn it and do the same exact thing with the second piece of lace. And I'm doing this, if you had a piece big enough to do the whole back cover, you wouldn't have to piece it together, but I didn't have a piece of lace big enough, and I really wanted to use lace, so I guess I chose to do two pieces, so I could have the lace. And we got to be real careful, but we got to put glue on the outside of this lace that we just laid down so that it'll stick. I want the ruffle to be that way. Okay, I need to cut this side off. I should have had that prepared and done ahead of time, but I didn't. I didn't have it done. Okay, then fold this up and put some more glue down. Okay. And I'm trying to keep this down in that valley, but I don't want to pull up the underneath. I don't want it to be wrinkled, so I'm struggling a little bit to get that to stay down. And it looks like it could use a little more glue here. And that's the thing, you want to make sure you get enough glue down. That's very important because it'll come right back up if you don't. That's the nice thing about the spatula, is it'll help kind of pull the material into place. Push that back down in there. Okay, and then I've got another piece of doily, or a piece of doily, that I want to put on the back also. So I want it there. Oops, I keep moving it with my fingers because they got a little glue on them. So now I want to put the glue on the doily again. And that's the nice thing about this Fabri-Tac, is it does glue things down like the doily. Now this doily starched quite a bit. I don't know if you saw my video on my thrifting haul, but I got these for really cheap at my favorite thrift store. Okay, just folding it up again and doing the other side. I'm about out of glue in this bottle. Good thing I have a second one. Okay, I don't have enough right here on this edge. And now with this being the outside edge, if you don't get enough down on this one, you'll be able to do it later when you realize that you don't have enough glue on it. But the other ones, layers, you got to do it right away because you can't get back under there once you get the doily on. Okay. And there we go. We have the book covered. Turn it over. And our elastics are nice and taut. And it's ready to dry, and it'll take probably a few hours to dry up. And that's okay. Give my room time to air out because it needs it. This glue really smells. So that's it for today. Thank you for stopping by and crafting with me. And have a great day. Hugs.